Have you guys seen the National Lampoon's Vacation movies? Especially the first two, Vacation and Christmas Vacation. I've personally never seen European Vacation. I'm not sure if it's as good as the first two, but Christmas Vacation and Vacation are hysterical. They are absolutely incredible. Just so funny. So many good, relatable jokes. And if you haven't seen them, they're old, but you gotta watch them. And the reason I'm telling you this is because Griswold here is a direct reference to those films. So the family in those movies, they drive a station wagon, and it looks pretty similar to Griswold here or Pillar-Durev's, kind of that same color, same model and design. And the main character, who is played by Chevy Chase, his name, Clark Griswold. So pretty obvious. Now, I think it was something they kind of thought about afterwards, because the character in The Legend, which is the episode that Griswold appears in during Cars on the Road, he doesn't sound like Griswold. He doesn't really act like Griswold unless they were going for an extreme parody of him. But yeah, I thought it was really cool. I love that movie. I love both of the movies. I love this character, and so it's just kind of a great fusion. So yeah, we're not going to waste any time. This guy came out of 2022 Singles Case L. I just unboxed that, so I'll leave the link for it in the description below and card suggestion pop-up. It is definitely the best case of the year. It might be the best case of the last 2 years, depending on how you view it. I don't think it personally is. I think there were a couple during 2021 that had like 5 or 6 new releases, so they probably usurp this case, but it's definitely like top 5 over the last 2-3 years. Now, I love his artwork here. He does not have the night vision goggles, sadly. I thought that would have been a great inclusion, but it's okay because he doesn't always have the night vision goggles on during the episode. Would have been pretty sweet though. Now, of course, you got the new logo here, new for 2022, which basically all the Cars on the Road packages will have, except for Mater, because Mater is just old and basic, even though they renamed him Road Trip Mater. But yeah, as I always say, I always rave about the map that they put behind the blisters, whether it be Color Changers playsets or these. They put this map back there, and it's a great detail, you know? You can just kind of look around, Salt Flats, yeah, you got Willie's Butte Circus. Again, as I told you guys in my Royce Revsley review, that's actually the Kersploosh Mountain that Mater and McQueen visited at the beginning of Cars 2, because Mater came back with a balloon that had that exact same logo on it. So love that Easter egg. And I just discovered that through a Take 5 a Day article, which is rare because they don't usually do too many good articles. Now let's take a closer look here at the art. He's pretty dirty around here. I wanted to see like how muddy they made like his fenders and the tires, because they made the tires super muddy. But yeah, everything looks to be very accurate. And yeah, I look forward to seeing how he looks out of the package. The card back is the exact same as Royce Revsley, so we're not going to spend too much time on it, but I'll be reviewing Cruz next here, then K Pillar-Durev, Speed Demon, and Road Trip Mater, or McQueen, my bad, were in case K, which I already reviewed, and then Royce, of course, was yesterday. I intend to do these like daily uploads. I can't believe I'm doing daily uploads during school, but like it's just insane how much new stuff has been coming out lately, so it's kind of forcing my hand. But all right, I'll be right back with Grizzy all opened up. Wow, this dude's got some doodads. All right, guys. Now, one thing I do want to say, I want to get this off the table. So the person who voices Griswold is actually a female. If you look in the credits, the cast, it says Griswold and then the name of that actress. And I'll put a picture of Griswold here on the screen. Now, a lot of people are going to call Griswold a male just because they don't see the cast. They associate Griswold as a male name. They know Clark Griswold. That makes total sense. So I don't know. The voice of Griswold during the show is very ambiguous. It could be either way. So I don't really mind. Like, I don't think it really matters if you call it either way. Like, the voice actress could, have played Griswold to make the character seem male. Like, that happens. They could have done that. So I think it's totally fine if you call Griswold a male or a female, but I did want to mention that. Now, I love the expression he has when he's staring at McQueen. If they did that for the diecast, this guy might receive an A from me, but we'll see. He still might. We'll see what happens. And then there he is with the night vision goggles. would have been cool. Like I said, I keep saying it would have been cool, and I almost want to like rip them off of this Night Vision Lightning McQueen here from 2009 because it looks like they'd fit, like they really do, but I'm not sure if it's the exact same like pair or brand that Griswold uses during the show. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Maybe they'll come out with a Griswold with night vision goggles down the road. Alrighty. So he's got a nice smile. I'm sorry. If I say, I'll probably go back and forth. I'll vacillate. But Griswold's got a nice smile here, even though in the show, she doesn't really look that way. Like, again, she looks very uptight, like she's, searching for Bigfoot. They all are super uptight, right? You got this video camera right here, which is very small, but going to be effective, of course, for, capturing these cryptids on camera. Smaller than any camera we've seen before. I actually thought this was a gun when I first saw her, but yeah, it's a camera, just like a regular old Canon camera. It's not like one of those big RSN type cameras. You got a light right here. Perfect. You're gonna need that light. Her front bumper is plastic. Another big light on her roof here. Big spotlight, really cool. I really do like that. Giant microphone as well to capture the sounds, I guess, because it's not really pointed at anything. It's just kind of pointed outwards. So I don't think it's meant to capture what she's saying, just more so just whatever they encounter in the woods. And this microphone is super duper duper similar to Biz Torkson's microphone, if not almost the exact same. So I did want to show that. Hers is a little girthier, as you can see, but yeah, they're quite similar. Different from like Andrea's or Maddie's though. Now let's take a look at this logo here. It's not the clearest thing in the world. CHC, I think that's like something. Cryptid Hunter. Dang, I'm not sure. I know what that stands for. They do say it in the show. It's like Cryptid Hunter Collectic or something, collection, something along those lines. And it's got a nice emblem here with wings and a shield. But I can't read what it says above it. That logo is not the clearest decal in the world. I also feel like it should be a little bigger. Just like a little bit bigger. But yeah. I like the roof rack up here. You got a little bit of luggage. Nothing too extreme though. Like not like Van's luggage carrier. But pretty standard for a station wagon. Yeah, I really like this. Look at all the pieces here. Like this is one piece. The light's not even attached or connected to that. That's a whole separate piece. Of course, the microphone, the lights, the camera. Now, I really do like how they went with the mud here. So she actually gets treads, which is absolutely amazing. That's something I was not expecting. But you could see the treads there on her tires. And, I was just talking about in my Royce review how they pretty much, whenever they put a substance on tires, they just do it solidly. So like this is supposed to be salt, even though it could be snow, it could even be sand, because they just like go so solid, like overboard. But with this though, they actually made it look a little bit more realistic, because you could still see the black tire underneath the mud there. Not on the soles here, but on the side, on the walls of the tires. So that's actually awesome. That earns Griswold quite a few points, and the fact that she's got treads, it's pretty cool. R27A, just like Royce, means that she was made during the 27th week of 2022 at the A factory in Thailand. You also have some mud splatter up along the fenders here, which is really nice, and that's accurate to her art. And it just makes sense, right? You're driving through the woods. You're not on a paved road. You're going to get dirty like this. So I am a big fan of that. And of course, you're out here in the woods. You're camping. You don't need a license plate. Who needs that? But yeah, I like the taillights. I like the trunk handle there. It's all very realistic. Bumper's plastic. But here comes the fateful comparison to Pillar-Durev. So Pillar-Durev, of course, is a cotter pin patron from Cars 3. Just a background character that does not speak. And so everybody was kind of getting up in arms when we saw that the station wagon here, the Bigfoot Hunter Griswold, is pretty much the exact same model and color as Pillar-Durev's, just with equipment. And it's turning out that that's not entirely true. The color is quite a bit different. Pillar-Durev's is more on the orangey side of things, or the bronzy side of things, whereas Griswold's more on the yellowy orange side of things. I don't know. They both are definitely like orange, but a clearly distinct color. They both have different expressions, both have different mouths, which I feel like if you were going to change up the expression on these two, you had to change the expression between Sterling and K. Pillar-Durev, which, oh my God, that irritates me so much, and we'll get to that in a couple days here, but at least they changed the expression between these two. I still believe that a different expression would have been better for this character, or you just put the night vision goggles over the eyes and then you don't worry about it. Like, I get that you did the version without the night vision goggles, like that makes sense to me because she appears that way, but I like having the whole kit and caboodle, like everything on the table. Just so you know, you got everything. You could take off the night vision goggles if you want. I would have rather have the whole shebang. They have different color rims. The wood's a little bit different as well, although that's probably the most similar. You have like the gray trim all around. Same side view mirrors, but Bill's are a little darker, it appears. Griswold has headlights. For whatever reason, Bill does not. Bill's just rocking with these side lights here, I guess. The blinkers. Looks like Griswold's grill's a little bit bigger. Silver door handles. Bill's got a lot more wear and tear like around the edges of his vehicle, on the hood and all that stuff. I guess you could say that, yeah, Griswold has it too, but I think, especially since Griswold doesn't have any up here or there, they were going a little bit more for dirt instead of rust and oxidation on Bill Revs. Like, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. But I'm happy to see that they aren't direct repaints. Like, they certainly absolutely are different colors. I'm almost trying to make an argument they're a different model. But yeah, no, they're the same size. I thought for a second Griswold was a little larger, but I think it's just because of all the accessories she has. The eyes are much further in. Like, look at how back they are. Look at that. You can see all that space there, whereas Bill, they're just flat. Interesting. So yeah, guys, there you have it. Debunked. Griswold is not as much of a reskin as Bill Revs. I honestly don't mind this one that much. There are far larger issues at stake during the show, in my opinion, mainly with the Demolition Derby racers that we see reappear. Like, I even don't mind as much K. Pillar-Durev being the same model as Sterling. My problem with that is with Mattel and the fact that they just copy and pasted the expression over, which is horrible in my opinion. And before we depart, I wanted to show you guys a couple other station wagons here. You have Mrs. the King, which was the first station wagon they ever did. See, her roof rack is going this way, like, the bar is in the back, whereas Griswold's in the front. How interesting. It'd be cool to actually, like, remove this roof rack here and then put it on just a bunch of other cars. You can make so many, like, new characters, quote unquote, by rearranging accessories, whether it be, like, for piston cup fans or for stuff like this. Here you got Blind Spot. Now, Blind Spot, there is a repaint of Blind Spots in the Road Rumblers episode, so I think actually a direct copy of Blind Spot decals, or maybe not decals, but paint job, is one of the ones that Ivy jumps over in that flashback scene. Yeah, that's the scene that really bothered me because they could have easily just said, hey, Ivy was at the Thunder Hollow. Isn't that cool, guys? And then you see Taco, Hit, Blind Spot, Broadside. You see all the characters that you were familiar with from Cars 3. It would have made sense, right? And then here is a direct repaint of Bill Revs, Motor Turner. Motor Turner appeared at the Thunder Hollow. Speak of the devil. But yeah, instead of going the route that I was just talking about, they had to make them, they like wiped all the decals off of them, which in my opinion just didn't make any sense. Like, don't go to the effort of wiping off their decals when, you're basically saying that this is a different thing than the Thunder Hollow with different characters. It doesn't make any sense at all. Really, really bothers me. In my head, like, rationalization, I'm like telling myself, they just got rid of their decals. They just got rid of their decals. Like, Taco, I think, is the only one that still has his decals. It's weird. It looks like they're naked. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below. What question should I ask you guys? Obviously, I can't say, do you prefer Bill Revs or Griswold? You're going to go with Griswold because he's got all the cool stuff. So instead, I'm going to ask, who do you like better, Royce Revsley or Griswold? That's a pretty tough one for me. I do think I still prefer Griswold, but I prefer still Royce Revsley, but I would give Griswold an A-. I think he's an elite release still. There's not much wrong with him at all. I think maybe just that decal. That could be a little bit cleaner, a little bit bigger perhaps. Everything else on him is really good. Expression too, that's not too bad. Would have preferred something else, but it ain't bad. Alright guys, thank you for watching my review of this sexy Griswold. I mean, that is definitely something Chevy Chase would say. Alright guys, bye now.